Hi, welcome to the series. So great to see you. I want to go over 3 things that will bring us into the space of our series. 3 things that will be really good to know before starting. So the first one is, what do you need for the series? So preferably if you have a journal and a pen and a cup of tea, that's always great. But if you can also just grab a pen and paper from whatever it is that you have, a stash of papers, that's fine too. I'm actually recording this video in my car as I'm on my way to do some grocery shopping. And I wanted to do it here to let everybody know that if you're in your car and just listening to the teachings on the way, that's fine too. If you have time to sit in your living room, amazing. But we really tried to design this series so that everybody can join from whatever it is that they're doing in their life and still connect to these ideas. So one is, wherever you are is great. If you have a journal and a pen, that will be helpful because, as you know, or maybe not, this kind of teaching that we're doing many times is about dictations. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is, what is the Omer and what is it that we're going to do with it? So the Omer is the time between Pesach and Shavuot, and traditionally it is a time that was thought of as weeks, as 7 weeks, and in every week our Kabbalistic tradition connected it to one of the Sefirot, one of the attributes that describes God. Now, the really interesting thing about these Sefirot is that they're not just describing God, they're describing life. So every one of these Sefirot is also describing something within us, and it basically goes from the most lofty, vague thing that we can sense but can't articulate, like something that almost feels like before we were born, which is chesed, this kind of like abundance of love that is unconditional, which is going to be the first thing we're going to talk about. And it goes all the way down through 7 steps until Malchut, the place of really connectedness, groundedness, being in the world, being present, and so on and so forth. So in a way, it's a journey for us to go from that place of Chesed to the Malchut. And the teaching that kind of leads me into this work with the Omer is Yemima talking about the Omer and saying, is a week a long time or is it a short time? And she says a week is enough time to make a shift. A week is enough time to get some insights. So we're going to go through these 7 weeks, and every week is enough time for us to make a little shift, to come a little closer to ourselves, to come a little closer to our inner emotional, spiritual core, and feel more resilience and more in a place of a quiet heart. That's our goal in this work. So you know what you need. You have an idea of what the Omer is. Last thing is just an addition to that. This is like a time that is pretty intense for the Jewish people, and it might have impact on your life to this extent or the other. Also, there might be other things that have impact on your life. There's no shortage of things that can make us feel stressed and kind of like disconnected. And Yemima, in her words for Pesach, says, what does it mean to love yourself as your neighbor? What does it mean, ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha? It means to be really precise with yourself, because she says the people around you, whether it is your family, your chosen family, your friends, whoever it is, they're like you. She says this is what it means. It means to love your neighbor as yourself is that the people around you are like yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries with them, but it means that your vibes are being felt by the other people and impact them. And therefore, the work that you do with yourself is beneficial to yourself and also beneficial to the people that you love around you, or that you don't love so much, but that are around you too. So she says, the more precise you can be with yourself, the more precise you'll be with them. The more you can tend to yourself, the more you'll be able to also be, she says, as a Jew, you stand upright, you don't bend, which means emotionally and spiritually. You're standing upright, you're connected to yourself, and that has good impact, like ripples to other people. So this is the last point. What we're doing here is really trying to be more precise with ourselves, to come closer to ourselves, to understand ourselves through these different attributes, all the way from Pesach to Shavuot. So excited to do this journey with you, and I'm looking forward to sending you the first video of Chesed tomorrow.